I'm with Reeve Haldeman. We're at Coverings 2015. We're in Orlando. And Reeves, how you doing? You're the tallest guy in this whole building.
Doing well, thanks. Thanks for having me.
What about the show so far? It looks like it's divided off into sections, much of which are company pavilions, and it looks like this part, which is tools, adhesives, etc., has to be one of the busiest areas in the show, it seems to me.
Yeah, we've gotten really good traffic in this area. You know, we've gotten a lot of tile contractors looking to see what some of the new products are. You know, going step in step with the trends in tile. We've got a lot of designers and specifiers that, again, with all the great tile we're seeing around here, they're looking to see what complements that great tile from the tile setting manufacturers.
It almost looks that they're looking at you guys more so than the tile itself.
Well, I don't know if I can make that statement, but we have had really great traffic this year here at Coverings in Orlando.
Now, this is a show. If you want to find new, this is the show, isn't it? I mean, there are so many new products, and I guess large format thin tile seems to be every place.
Absolutely. Right now, one of the biggest trends in tile and in our industry is the large format tile, which is any tile with the longest side being greater than 15 inches. And one of the biggest trends are these plank tiles that look like natural wood, natural stone, and the technology is just improving leaps and bounds year over year. And we're estimating now probably 70% of new tile sold is that large format tile. So it's a huge trend in our industry.
And it's going to get bigger.
We believe so. We believe it's not a flash in the pan. This is the direction of the industry. Again, given the technology and printing on that porcelain.
Now, guys, in your business, that means what? That means you have to go back to the drawing board or at least add a lot of new products that you didn't have up to this point.
Well, we do. Just, we support the tile industry, and our products are designed to help the installers install the tile so there are no job failures. So we've got a couple big trends. One is with larger format tile, you need setting material that can support the weight of that tile. So that's one big trend that we've developed a new product for that we're very excited about. We launched just a couple months ago called VersaBond LFT. Then the other big trend is with tile. Tile is it's a fashion, if you will. So you have color trends. Right now the color is trending a lot of grays, a lot of browns, a lot of natural looks. So we had to develop a grout color palette to complement those new looks. And that's another big initiative we launched this year, which is our new grout color palette to complement this wonderful new trend of great-looking porcelain tile and wood planks.
Talk about the process. I mean, you talk about coming up with new ideas, and I'm sure there's a lot of work and a lot of effort goes into something like that. How do you decide which direction you're going to go when you're doing something new? Right,
so we certainly don't do it in a vacuum. While we're very good at manufacturing great performing product, we're not necessarily the design experts. So we have a lot of great partners, both in the design community as well as color specialists that we work with. And we spent a good 18 months interviewing all across the country to account for regional differences. What are the trends in tile, and what are the right colors that will complement those trends? And with multiple touch points, we believe we came up with a great solution, a great palette that will provide enough choice and option for a homeowner or a contractor or designer to create the right ultimate finished look.
Now, you talked about architects and designers visiting you here in your stand. That's interesting that they're hungry to find out what's going on so they can supply the correct product.
Absolutely right. So, grout within our industry is the aesthetic complement to the tile, and it's a design aesthetic. So it's very important for designers or specifiers to know what's available, so that when they're pick the tile, they understand where to go to know what's the right complementary grout color.
Educating the installation community so they understand how these new products should be used, where they should be used, that would seem to be a tough one. And I suspect in installation of any product, there's a lot of people that probably don't pay a lot of attention to what's new and hot.
Absolutely. That's, with marketing, with delivering messaging, that's always, I won't say the obstacle, but the challenge is to get the right message and the right information into people's hands and heads that aren't necessarily actively seeking it. So, we go after it through multiple touch points. We have very strong relationships with distributors that in turn have that last 3 feet of contact with contractors. We also have relationships with contractors, so there's definite word of mouth. But then we leverage, traditional advertising, digital media, social media, as well as delivering a lot of content on our website and trying to help drive people to that website to get the right content.
I suspect with anything, there's a certain percentage that always wants to know the newest and latest, and they're anxious to find out. However, it would seem to me that would probably be a smaller percentage, less than half. Is that what you find?
Oh, it's far less than half. A lot of times, if people are comfortable with the way they're doing it, they don't see a need to change or know that they need to change. So it's our job, both as custom building products and as an industry, to educate the installer base so that they keep up with the right products with the changes in the trend of the tile.
I was in an installation seminar. These were installers, and the question was asked right up front, how many of you are familiar with the TSA handbook? And after about 30 long seconds, one hand finally went up, and I think that was because his boss was watching him. Is that pretty much standard operating procedure?
Of course, and the TSA handbook's great, but there are very few that are going to actually, very few relative to the size of the installer base, right? And you have so many installers out there that, again, they think they know it. They've been doing it for 20 years. It seems to work fine, so why should they change? So it's up to us to find which touch point is going to get to them to help educate them to make their job easier, right? So that they are using the right products or the right system of products for the job so that the customer's happy, so they don't have callbacks, they don't have failures, and it makes their job easier.
So now a contractor gets a job with these large format thin tiles. Do they take special pains in having an installer or make sure that that installer has been trained in that area, or how do they meet that situation?
Well, so with the larger format tile, it's not necessarily a matter of extensive training. You can still set with traditional methods. It's using the right bedding mortar, honestly, it's the right bonding mortar that is designed to be built up thicker to support the weight of the large tile so that it doesn't slump down and so that you have a flat installation, of tiles offsetting, which is called lippage. So the installation method is going to be the same. It's just a matter of getting them to understand what the right system of products is for that tile installation.
Reeve, can you show us some of the new products that you're showing your customers?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So if you come over here. So as we talked about, in keeping up with the trends of the colors of tile, which we're seeing a lot more grays, a lot more browns, we did extensive work in evaluating our previous color palette and looking at what we didn't need in the palette and what new colors we needed to help complement the trends in tile. So what you see here is a display of the new 40 colors. Now, not all are new, but what we're saying is our new palette where we've added 9 new colors to complement what we originally had of the previous 31, to have what we believe is the right color selection for the trends in tile where you see, grays, browns. So a lot of this row, you got a lot more grays in our palette now to complement those tiles. And not only did we then update our color palette to match the trends in tile, we've got multiple grout solutions depending on what performance you need. You've got your basic cement grout and poly blend. You've got a high-performing cement grout and prism. You have an epoxy grout in CEG Light. And then you have our new high-performance single-component grout Fusion Pro, which is effectively stain-proof and color-perfect. What we were able to do is now have all 40 colors in all grout types. So you can pick your color, you can pick your grout based on the performance you're looking for, and then pick your color. So we're very excited about that. In tile right now are these beautiful glass mosaics that we see, for wall tile, for backsplashes. And to complement this beautiful tile, in our Fusion Pro line, we have a new line called the Designer Series. We have 8 colors, and they have this, for lack of a better term, a sparkle effect, if you will. So if you can see in here, it provides these sparkly accents which enhance the look of the natural glass tile. So you create a really dynamic, beautiful backsplash. And we launched this just a couple months ago, and we're very excited. It's something that when the designers and specifiers are coming through here, they're very interested in. So we're excited this can really help create a nice, dynamic, beautiful backsplash.